Controversial opinion time. They are not an energy vampire and they are not toxic. The whole energy vampire thing kind of preceded the language of that person is toxic. It used to be they're an energy vampire. And I don't believe in either of those concepts. So, why don't I believe in the concept of the energy vampire, as it is said? Um, because no one can take, like, if you're a vampire sucking blood, like, you can't suck away my blood if I'm not holding up an arm and offering you a vein. So, to me, it's a personal responsibility thing. People cannot take my energy if I don't have it to give to them. Have I met people before who I felt like it was energy overload to be around them? Yes, but I don't see how it helps me to blame them for being who they are. Have I met people before who were self centered, who displayed traits of narcissism, things like that? Yeah, of course. And again, they can't take anything that I don't allow them to take. They can't take anything I'm not giving. To me, it's a decision. Somebody can't take what I'm not willing to give. And I do the same thing when it comes to this concept of people being toxic. I don't believe in calling people toxic. I will identify toxic behaviors, but not calling people toxic. I find it deeply dehumanizing. I label the behavior, but I don't label the person. Again, it's dehumanizing to do that. I don't like it. And I think that we all could extend one another just a little bit more grace because what is so casually tossed off as this person is toxic in our culture could just be a disagreement, could just be a situation where that person was not functioning optimally. And if they had any idea that you felt like they were being a bad person, a toxic person, whatever, maybe they would talk to you about it. I think humanity is writing each other off way too easily. And we get really arrogant when we don't remember that in somebody else's story, we are the toxic one. And they think they have all the evidence. Just like right now, you probably have somebody in mind and you're like, no, 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 I have all the evidence. Somebody's got that about you, I guarantee you. I also try to remember that toxic is contextual, okay? Chocolate is toxic to dogs, but it's not toxic to humans. Chocolate isn't inherently bad. Try instead, it's just not my flavor. It's just not aligned for me. We're just not a match right now. But then you're not putting on the label. And more than anything, not labeling people as toxic is about personal responsibility. I am not taking any of the quote unquote toxicity or poison that they might be trying to offer, scatter around my life. I think it's really about epic personal boundaries. If you want to avoid the drama, have epic personal boundaries. Recognize that how people show up early is often how they will show up later. Keep it in mind. Give people as much grace as you can and be really, really aware of your own personal boundaries. I will go this far, but I will not go any farther for somebody who displays behavior that might be narcissistic or might be really like energy overload for me. I think that this is a much wider view of how we have love and care for people because there's a hell of a lot of people out there who are all about, I love people, I'm caring, I'm generous, I'm compassionate, I'm kind. But as soon as they're around somebody that they don't like, who doesn't conform to their expectations or doesn't react perfectly when they're upset, then it's, oh, you're an energy vampire, you're toxic. And they cast them out and they ghost them and stuff like that. How compassionate is that? I try to remember that if I don't live in a glass house, I probably shouldn't throw stones. And that's what I encourage other people to keep in mind as well.